Hey everyone, this is a moving body scan practice. You may have done a lying down body scan before or seated, like Vipassana meditation, where we notice sensations in the body in a very still position. This, however, is giving you the freedom to move how you would like to, whilst feeling sensation, traveling and moving through each different individual part of the body. We'll be exploring with proprioceptive awareness, so where our body is in space, as well as feeling into different sensations that rise up as we engage the muscles, as we stretch the muscles, as we also move the joints around. And in fact, any sensation that comes up for you is welcome. So we're going to start by standing. You can do this lying down, but I quite enjoy doing this grounding the feet and standing first. So feel the ground underneath your feet. You can keep your eyes open the entire practice. Sometimes it's useful for balance to have the eyes open and also to use your eyesight to see where your body is in space. Take a few moments to connect to your breathing. So allow your breath to just guide your awareness and your focus inward. Now draw the awareness to sensation in the soles of your feet. Maybe you noticed a tingling, a heaviness, a pulsing, a vibrating. Remember that numbness is still a sensation, so if you feel and experience numbness, this is also welcome. And we're going to start to move around on the soles of the feet, back and forward, side to side. Now, you're not limited to just moving the soles of your feet. You can bend your knees and explore and guide the awareness to the soles of the feet, the base of the toes. Start to explore moving your body, even into the heels. And we can use the ground underneath us to explore the sensation. We can also move the body and notice what happens with the joints move and notice that inward sensation. Let's take the awareness to the tops of the feet. So we're moving around, still moving probably the same way or similar ways, but our awareness shifts now to the tops of the feet. Think about the fact there's 33 joints in each foot. So much is going on here. Moving toes. Take the attention up to the ankles. So we might just rotate. We can come up and down. Feeling into the sensation of the ankle joint. What does it feel like as you move this part of your body? You're not limited to just your mat. You can move in any way you want, wherever you want, depending on where you're practicing. Let's take the attention to the front of the leg. Now, we can use our hands and actually feel. So you have your tibialis anterior muscle that runs down the front of the shin. That can be a muscle we can feel quite clearly, but you won't really be able to feel the shin bone unless you touch it, probably. So you can use your hands and you can use your eyesight to feel this part of your body in space. So noticing sensation from touch, also from movement, and sensations that are just here in general. So if you know you've got an ache in that part of your body anyway. Good, let's take the attention to the calf muscles. I love calf muscles because they feel so intense so quickly just from heel raises. You might be able to just stretch them out and feel the sensation here. Again, you can use your hands. What do they feel like? Remember, there can be different sensations going on all the time. Pulling, heat. We can move all over the mat. Let's guide the awareness up to the knees. So knees, remember, inside the knee, outside the knee, back of the knee, so the popliteal muscle at the back, kneecaps, the patella. You might want to feel the knees or take deep bends. This movement doesn't have to be yoga specific. It's just movement. Moving your body in ways that you can then explore the sensational response as you do it. And if you are doing yoga poses, that's also fine, but take the awareness into the part of the body you want to focus on. We'll bring the awareness to the front of the top of the leg, so the thighs, quadriceps. These are big muscle groups. You've got 4 big muscles here. One which crosses over into the hip flexor. So again, you might want to just touch. Lunges might feel nice. So it can be activation of the muscle or stretching. Just seeing what happens as you move your body and as you bring that awareness to your quads, your thigh. Let's take it to the back of the legs, hamstrings, 3 on each side. How does it feel to notice these massive muscles that often are quite tight or weak? We don't have to think about what they do, we're just trying to feel them. Feel them in the body. Let's come up towards the kind of hip pelvic area. So hips, glutes, pelvic region. Let's just move that around. Lots of sensation is often explored in the hip area. For me, I always feel tightness, particularly at the moment in my right hip. We don't have to make big hip movements to feel them. We can just move slowly, small. It's enough. Good, let's take the attention now to the belly. I like to kind of just stroke the tummy to get that awareness waking up into the midsection. If you want to do this on skin as well, you can bring your hands and just touch the skin. Soft stroking is very soothing and also wakes up that awareness of this region that we often reject so much. Then you can add movement in, so you can keep the hands here and just start to move the body. We have less nerve endings inside our body for good reason. We wouldn't want to feel every time we eat something or every process of our digestion to its maximum, but we can still feel quite a lot, particularly the intestines. So moving around, we might also feel the abdominal muscles and using the hands to help connect you to this space. Now, still maybe doing similar movements. We're going to take the hands to the lower back. Now we're going to work from tailbone to kind of T12, so thoracic, end of the thoracic spine. And we can again feel this part of your body and move. The movements do not have to be pretty. They don't even have to be specific. They can just be movements that help you connect to this part of your body. And you might notice the muscles, the rectus spinae muscles, the QL, you might feel these muscles just in your back. There's obviously going to be connections to hips and areas of your body, your upper back as well as you move, but we're focusing and drawing in on this particular location for the next few movements. Good, we'll come up to the rib cage, so our hands can come onto the ribs. Maybe just take a moment to breathe. Now try to not reverse breathe, so think of letting the belly come out as we inhale, rib cage expands. And exhale. Maybe just move around the ribs. Opening up these intercostal muscles. What does it feel like also to touch this area? Maybe noticing different sensations as we move in particular ways. So perhaps you might have done some exercises that have made the muscles around the front here a bit sore, the rectus abdominis. Maybe you're like, I don't really side stretch that much. There's lots of pulling, aching, twitching. Good, we'll take the awareness now to the thoracic spine, so the upper back. Arms can come out wide, we can just twist. Maybe aware of what the spine is doing. Maybe become aware of the shoulder blades as well, sliding across the back. Just feeling that upper back region. It feels so interesting to explore. And already my mind wants to go to my shoulders. So let's go there. Let's go shoulders. Feel into the shoulders and the upper chest area. So much tension is often carried in these spaces. So adding movement here really draws our awareness into those feelings. Go, keep moving. Nice. Let's bring our awareness down the upper arms. I like touching this part because it's biceps, triceps, but feeling into this part of your body. You can look at this part of your body. Come to the elbows. I mean, how often do we really think about our elbows unless they hurt or they twinge? Quite a lot going on here. And then you hit your funny bone, you're like, ow! We know there's lots going on. The lower part of your arm, so forearm. Remember, the muscles in the forearm help move your hands. So really, they're very active most of the time. But again, we barely bring attention to this part of our body. How can we move this part of our body and feel and sense it? So take that awareness to the wrists and into the hands. They are amazing parts of your body. Now, you can come and be on the floor and bring your hands and knees down and feel, but this is kind of a practice that's accessible to every single person if you can stand and move. You can also do this lying down, so exactly the same thing lying down. If you know that you can't actually stand up for any reason, whether you're just limited in space or you're not feeling very well, we can just move our hands. We don't need any props, and we can feel them. We can use them together as well to feel the hands, whether they feel cold or warm. All these amazing nerve endings in our hands that we can feel so much with so much detail. Okay, let's take the attention up to the neck. We can move nice and slowly. We can also touch the neck. I'm classic for holding so much in this area. And you've got all those muscles from the levator scapula that runs up the neck. So our body is interwoven. We're just sending that attention to this one location, neck, throat, and what comes up as we move it. Okay, we'll go to the jaw. So we'll start to move the jaw first. If you're a jaw clencher like me, it's not quite sore. And we'll wiggle the nose. Move the eyes, eyelids, eyebrows, forehead. Let's move the whole face. And we can massage jaw, chin, mouth, nose, even the ears, maybe the eyes, forehead, and then the scalp. Oh, it's just so sensationally rich when you touch your scalp. You go for a massage and you're like, oh, so much sensation in the face, the head. Good. Well, then release everything. Take a moment to feel your body maybe buzzing, where you've been holding tension. Just become aware of, in stillness, what starts to rise up for you. And then we'll take a final minute just to free move. Moving in ways that we feel into sensation. So what parts of the body as we move light up for you? You can move your face around, arms. If you feel silly, great. Feel silly. That's also okay. If this is something you're like, oh yeah, I love doing this, you can just put some music on and move your body. But think about less what it looks like and go with the sensational response. So feeling the sensations as you move your body. Good, take another couple of breaths. And then come to stand still. Maybe close the eyes. Feel the soles of your feet connected to the floor. The energy that's shifting through your entire body. Let's take the hands to the heart center. Feel your heart beating. As we bring our palms together, we'll just thank ourselves for taking the last few minutes to be in our bodies, to feel our bodies, and to move. Namaste.